Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went in there? Or maybe you've struggled to recall a name or a word that's right on the tip of your tongue. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we age, it's natural for our brains to slow down a bit. But the good news is there are simple, enjoyable ways to keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. In fact, just like our bodies, our brains need regular exercise to stay in top shape. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to our channel, where we focus on practical tips and strategies to help you live your best life after 60. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our helpful content. Today, we're diving into 5 brain exercises that can help prevent memory loss and keep your mind as vibrant as ever. These exercises are easy to incorporate into your daily routine, and the best part? They're not only effective, but also fun. Now, before we get started, let's take a moment to talk about why this is so important. Our brains are incredible organs, capable of learning, adapting, and growing throughout our lives. But just like any other part of our body, they need care and attention. Think of it this way. If you don't use a muscle, it weakens over time. The same goes for your brain. By engaging in activities that challenge your mind, you're essentially giving a workout, helping to build new connections and strengthen existing ones. And that's key to maintaining a healthy memory. So, let's jump right in and explore the first 2 brain exercises you can start doing today. Trust me, these are so simple. You'll wonder why you haven't been doing them all along. The first exercise is all about learning something new. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm in my 60s, 70s, or beyond. Isn't it too late to learn something new? Absolutely not. In fact, learning new skills is one of the best ways to keep your brain engaged and active. It could be anything from picking up a new language, learning to play a musical instrument, or even try your hand at painting or knitting. The key here is to choose something that genuinely interests you. When you're passionate about what you're learning, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like fun. Let me share a quick story to illustrate this. A friend of mine, Mary, decided to take up gardening in her late 60s. She had never had a green thumb before, but she was determined to grow her own vegetables. At first, it was a bit overwhelming. There was so much to learn about soil, sunlight, and watering schedules. But over time, she not only became a skilled gardener, but also noticed that her memory and focus had improved. She was constantly problem-solving, remembering plant names, and planning her garden layout. It was a perfect example of how learning something new can give your brain a fantastic workout. Now, if gardening isn't your thing, don't worry. The possibilities are endless. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to dance, or perhaps you're curious about photography. Whatever it is, give it a try. Start small, be patient with yourself, and enjoy the process. Remember, it's not about becoming an expert overnight. It's about challenging your brain and having fun along the way. The second exercise we're going to talk about is puzzles and brain games. Now, this one might sound a bit more familiar, but there's a reason it's such a popular recommendation. Puzzles like crosswords, Sudoku, and jigsaw puzzles are fantastic for keeping your mind sharp. They require you to think critically, use logic, and recall information, all of which are great for your brain. But here's the thing. To get the most out of this exercise, it's important to mix it up If you've been doing the same crossword puzzle every day for years, your brain has probably gotten pretty good at it. And that's great. But to keep challenging yourself, try something new. If you're a crossword fan, why not give Sudoku a try? Or, if you love jigsaw puzzles, consider tackling one with more pieces or a more complex image. The idea is to keep your brain guessing and engaged. And don't forget about digital brain games. There are countless apps and online platforms designed specifically to improve cognitive function. Games that test your memory, attention, and problem-solving skills can be a great addition to your routine. Plus, they're portable, so you can play them anywhere, whether you're waiting at the doctor's office or relaxing at home. Now, before we move on to the next exercises, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried learning something new recently? Or do you have a favorite puzzle or brain game that you enjoy? Share your experiences in the comments below. I can't wait to read them. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips on living your best life after 60. All right, now that we've covered learning something new in puzzles and brain games, let's keep the momentum going. In the next part, we'll explore 2 more brain exercises that are not only effective, but also incredibly enjoyable. So, stay tuned, and let's keep working together to keep our minds sharp and our memories strong. Now that we've talked about the importance of learning something new and the benefits of puzzles and brain games, let's dive into the next 2 brain exercises that can help keep your memory sharp and your mind active. These exercises are just as simple and enjoyable as the first 2, and they're designed to fit seamlessly into your daily life. So let's get started. The third exercise is physical activity. Yes, you heard that right. Moving your body is one of the best things you can do for your brain. Now, I'm not talking about running a marathon or lifting heavy weights, unless that's your thing, of course. Even moderate exercise, like walking, swimming, or yoga, can have a profound impact on your brain health. When you exercise, you increase blood flow to your brain, which helps deliver the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function at its best. Plus, physical activity has been shown to boost production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports the growth and survival of brain cells. Let me give you an example. My neighbor, Tom, is in his early 70s, and he's an avid walker. Every morning, rain or shine, he laces up his sneakers and heads out for a 30-minute walk around the neighborhood. Not only does this help him stay physically fit, but he's also noticed a significant improvement in his mental clarity and memory. He says it's like his brain wakes up with every step he takes. And the best part? He doesn't need any special equipment or gym membership, just a good pair of shoes and a willingness to get moving. If walking isn't your thing, don't worry. There are plenty of other ways to stay active. Dancing, for instance, is a fantastic option. It's not only a great workout, but also a fun way to challenge your brain. When you dance, you're coordinating your movements with the rhythm of the music, which requires focus, memory, and spatial awareness. Plus, it's a wonderful way to socialize and connect with others, which brings us to our next exercise. The fourth exercise is social interaction. Staying connected with friends, family, and your community is incredibly important for your brain health. When you engage in meaningful conversations, share stories, or simply spend time with loved ones, you're giving your brain a workout. Social interaction stimulates your brain, improves your mood, and can even help reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Think about it. When you're having a conversation, you're constantly processing information, recalling memories, and responding to what the other person is saying. It's like a mental gymnastics routine for your brain. And the benefits go beyond just memory. Staying socially active can also help reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation, which are common as we age. Let me share a quick story about my Aunt Margaret. She's in her late 70s and has always been a social butterfly. She's part of a book club, volunteers at her local community center, and never misses a chance to catch up with her friends over a cup of tea. Despite her age, she's sharp as a tack and always seems to have a new story or joke to share. I truly believe that her active social life has played a big role in keeping her mind so vibrant. Now, I know that staying socially active can be a bit challenging, especially if you live alone or have mobility issues. But there are still plenty of ways to connect with others. Joining a club or a group that interests you, whether the gardening club, a choir, or a knitting circle, can be a great way to meet new people and stay engaged. And if getting out of the house is difficult, technology can be a wonderful tool. Video calls, social media, and online communities can help you stay connected with loved ones and make new friends from the comfort of your home. So, there you have it. 2 more brain exercises that are simple, enjoyable, and incredibly effective. Physical activity and social interaction are not only good for your brain, but also for your overall well-being. And the best part? They're easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Before we move on to the final exercise, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a favorite way to stay active or a special group you enjoy spending time with? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips on living your best life after 60. All right, now that we've covered physical activity and social interaction, let's keep the momentum going. In the next part, we'll explore the final brain exercise and wrap up with some motivational thoughts to keep you inspired on your journey to maintaining a sharp and healthy mind. So, stay tuned, and let's keep working together to keep our minds sharp and our memories strong. We've covered some fantastic brain exercises so far, learning something new, puzzles and brain games, physical activity, and social interaction. Each of these is a powerful tool to help keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. Now, let's dive into the 5th and final exercise, which is just as important and impactful as the others. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete toolkit of strategies to support your brain health, and I'll leave you with some encouraging thoughts to keep you motivated on this journey. The 5th exercise is mindfulness and meditation. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Meditation? That sounds a bit too new age for me. But hear me out. Mindfulness and meditation are incredibly practical and accessible, no matter your age or background. At its core, mindfulness is simply about being present in the moment, paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. And meditation is a way to practice mindfulness, helping you train your brain to focus and stay calm. Why is this so important for brain health? Well, stress is one of the biggest enemies of a healthy mind. When we're stressed, our brains release cortisol, a hormone that, in high levels, can damage brain cells and impair memory. Mindfulness and meditation have been shown to reduce stress, lower cortisol levels, and even increase the size of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. Let me share a quick example. A friend of mine, Linda, started practicing mindfulness a few years ago after her doctor recommended it to help manage her stress. At first, she was skeptical. She thought it was just sitting quietly and doing nothing. But after a few weeks of consistent practice, she noticed a real difference. She felt calmer, more focused, and even found it easier to remember things. She told me it was like her brain had more space to breathe and think clearly. Now, if you're new to mindfulness or meditation, don't worry. It's easier than you might think. You don't need to sit cross-legged on the floor for hours or chant mantras, unless you want to, of course. Start with just a few minutes a day. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. Notice how your chest rises and falls with each breath. If your mind starts to wander, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. That's it. Over time, you can gradually increase the length of your sessions or try guided meditations, which are widely available online or through apps. Another way to practice mindfulness is to incorporate it into your daily activities. For example, when you're eating, really pay attention to the taste, texture, and smell of your food. When you're walking, notice the sensation of your feet hitting the ground and the sounds around you. These small moments of mindfulness can add up and make a big difference in your brain health. So, there you have it. 5 brain exercises to help prevent memory loss and keep your mind sharp. Learning something new, puzzles and brain games, physical activity, social interaction, and mindfulness and meditation. Each of these exercises is simple, enjoyable, and backed by science. The key is to find what works best for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly or all at once. Even small, consistent efforts can have a big impact over time. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few words of encouragement. Aging is a natural part of life, but that doesn't mean we have to accept a decline in our mental sharpness. Your brain is capable of incredible things at any age, and by taking steps to care for it, you're investing in a healthier, happier future. So, be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. I'd love to hear how these exercises are working for you. Have you tried any of them before? Which one are you most excited to start? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'm always inspired by your stories. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips on living your best life after 60. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, here's to keeping your mind sharp, your memory strong, and your life full of joy. Until next time, take care and keep thriving.